routines, rituals, and family rhythm shape our days. But how do kids really experience them? Hello and welcome back. We've heard from the experts and parents. Now it's time to hear from the kids themselves. What makes them feel calm, happy, and connected? How do they handle tough days? Let's step into their world right away. Welcome to the Conscious Children Project, a podcast by Mudita Circles. I am your host, Shruti Desai, a parent, kids yoga educator, and someone who left 12 years in the corporate world to walk a more intentional path. This podcast is a space to slow down and to reconnect with what truly matters. Not just how we nurture our children, but how we grow alongside them. Each season, we explore themes close to the heart of childhood and consciousness. And in this season, we will be exploring the 8 limbs of yoga as a framework for understanding the child as a whole. Each episode will focus on one aspect of the child's development, and we will dig deeper into what truly supports their growth emotionally, physically, socially, and spiritually. Let's get right into it. Hello and welcome. Thank you all for joining today. If you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Subigna Karna, and I'm 12 years old, and I'm half Indian and half American.
Hi, my name's Owen Chung. I'm 11, and I'm half Chinese and half American.
Hi, my name's Aryan Makala, and I'm half Indian and half American.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing. That is great to know a little bit about you. Now, my first question is, what is something you do almost every day that makes your day feel like it has started already or started properly?
I take a shower every morning and I pick out my outfit every night, and I just have this morning routine. If I don't do it, it feels very hard in my
So
day.
you feel like, if you don't have your outfit picked out the previous night, you
Mm-hmm.
feel a little restless in the morning. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, yeah, it feels like everything's out of order, and it takes me more time, and it's just everything's messed up.
So you're basically what you're telling is your daily morning routine does not start in the morning, it starts the previous night.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Yes, Owen.
I normally start my day with texting my friends hi or something, and then playing a little bit, and then getting ready for school, picking out my outfit, and heading up to the bus stop.
That's great. So you like to kind of, greet everyone, greet your friends, your closed ones once you get up.
Yeah,
And how does that make you feel?
good. When they don't respond, it's fine.
So you enjoy sending that message, but you're not concerned whether they respond or not. You just want to
Yeah,
send it out. But
yeah.
and if you
I just
don't
want to
send
say
it
hi.
out, you feel like there's something missing or hasn't have a
Hmm.
good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
I normally start with brushing my teeth and then drinking a glass of water.
And how does that make you feel?
If I don't drink a glass of water, I normally don't feel as awake and proactive.
So drinking a glass of water makes you feel awake.
Yeah.
That is good. That makes sense. So you spoke about the start of the day. Do you have wind down routine with your family or maybe not with your family, just for yourself? When we spoke to parents, they said, at the end of the day, they like to read books with their children and they sat down and spoke during dinner, and which helped them come together as a family and bond as a family and also kind of have a wind down.
I normally call my friends, play a couple games, and then say I'm gonna go to bed.
That's great.
I usually before I go to bed, after dinner, I take a shower and either read a book or scroll a little, and then I like just sit for like 5 minutes in peace and like journal a little. And then I try to go to bed and just think about like my day and like recap and things that I could do better every day.
That is great. That's good to know that you have a pretty elaborate routine for your night and you also think about how the day went by. That's interesting. Yes, Aryan.
Normally, I just read a chapter of a book
Mhm.
and then just
Okay.
sleep.
So, reading a chapter of the book helps you signal your brain, maybe saying it's the end of the day, time to go to your bed. And for you, a beginner, journaling and recapping the day helps you kind of wind down. And for you, Owen, it is connecting. For you, I think your day starts with connecting with your friend and connecting or saying, good night and greetings for the end of the day with your friends kind of helps you end the day. That's great that you all have and figured out something that works for you and that helps you kind of feel awake and also know a way that kind of signals to your brain that, okay, it's time for us to wrap up the day. Moving on, when do you feel most calm, happy, or relaxed during the day? Or it could be one thing that you always look forward to.
I think for me, it's definitely first period and charger time. Charge time's at the very end of the day, and it's like just 30 minutes to read the first 10 minutes and 20 minutes to just get whatever work you need to do done. And I think it's very nice to do that and talk with my friends and just have time to do my work or go to the library or finish tests or something like that.
And what was that time called again?
In my school, we call it charger time, but I think in some schools it's called homeroom.
Okay, got it. Yes, Owen.
My favorite like period in school when I feel the most relaxed and stuff would also be first period because my teacher's really nice, and also treasure time, which is also homeroom. And my teacher lets me draw and like look on Pinterest and just do a bunch of drawing and doodles.
Hmm. And how about you, Aryan?
My favorite part of the day is charger time because normally study with my friends for quizzes using this website called GimKit. It helps me study good.
That is great to know. You all are of, I think, two of you are of the same grade, but the interesting thing is all of you like the homeroom because of how low pressure it is and that you get to connect with your friends, do the things that you like with absolutely no pressure, no kind of rules or restrictions around it. Is that why you look forward to that class?
Yeah, it's just because like it's just time to do whatever you need to do.
Hmm. And so you feel calm and happy about it. That's great. Is there a place or an activity that helps you feel this way anywhere outside of the school? Let's say you were having vacation. Now you have 2 weeks of vacation coming up, right? Is there another place or an activity that gives you the same kind of feeling? Yes, Owen.
For me, it would be connecting with friends
So any
because it makes me feel close to home.
so your friends, your close circle is your safe harbor.
Hmm.
Okay.
I think for me, it's a soccer field. Like when we're at practice or when I have games, it's always fun to be with my friends and just do the sport I love, kicking around the ball and shooting.
Hmm. That's fun.
For me, normally it's parks close to here because I can play with my friends there.
Got it. That's so interesting. You feel happy, you feel calm, you feel excited being around like minded people. Do you notice how your body feels when you're happy or calm? Have you ever stopped and thought about it? I know this is a very deep question, but if you can try attempting, if you're feeling so happy and you're like excited, do you ever think about how your body is feeling?
Normally, I feel warm, sort of,
Hmm.
and like have more energy.
Hmm. That's great.
Yeah, I feel like me too. Like I have more energy and I just feel like safe and like I don't have any worries and I just feel calm and like that this is just the place where I want to be and nothing else matters right now.
Normally, when I'm really happy, I feel more energetic than usual, and I feel like my heart rate goes up because of how happy I am.
When you are happy, you feel the energy to do more. And also, you don't feel the stress. You don't feel like you have to pretend to be someone else. You are calm, you're safe, and you're comfortable being around your friends and doing your favorite thing. That is great.
I also think I'm more like productive when I'm happy.
That's a good point, which is very true. When we are happy, I think we can think more clearly and we are able to be more productive. But when we are sad, stressed, I think our thoughts get clouded and there is no way for us to think clearly. And if you cannot think clearly, I don't think you can be productive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same for me. Except for me, when I'm happy, I'm normally more like connected and I talk more and like I participate more.
That's good. Yeah, and it's amazing to know that you all know how you feel. You know what triggers what emotion, and when you feel a certain way, what that feeling is, and how your body is feeling. So that is really great. You know, sometimes there are days that don't go the way we want, right? How can you tell when you are feeling worried, sad, or frustrated?
For me, it's normally when my brain makes me really confused or my stomach does backflips.
Hmm, that's interesting.
I think for me, like sometimes when things are just not going my way, like recently, I just feel like sad all the time. And I just don't want to do anything, and I just feel heavy in my chest. I don't want to do anything right now. But yeah, it's just hard. Bad days.
Bad days are hard. And also, the fact is, not everything is in our control and not everything will go our way, right? Yes, Aryan.
Normally, when something bad happens to me, I do something like play games to make me feel happy for some time, and then try to kind of face what's making me unhappy. For example, if I get like a lot of homework, then I mostly play some games before that and then do my homework.
That's good to know what your triggers are, what makes you stressed, or what makes you feel like things are not going your way. And you also have come up with your own mechanism to handle it. Have you figured out, Abhigna, like you mentioned that there were days that you felt like you were sad and you didn't have the energy to do anything. Earlier you shared that when you're happy you're very energetic and you're productive, and now,
Yeah.
when you feel sad you don't feel like doing anything. Have you come up with a way to manage it, or you're figuring?
Yeah, I think like I just needed to face my problems and just, get through it. And then I slowly, with friends help, like being around my friends. And when I start to feel more better and feel myself, I just feel better. I just have to face my problems first and then I usually feel better.
And how do you face your problems?
Like, let's say I didn't get in for something recently, I was pretty sad, but I was like, you know what? There's another like turn. Like, I still have 2 more years that I can try, and it'll still be fine. And once I told that to myself, it was just like I felt better. It's like, you know what? There's more turns, and there's just more opportunities for me.
Yeah. So sometimes the issue or the problem that we think is our obstacle may not be as big if we step back and look at it, right? When we are looking at it from a very close angle, it seems like a big heap mountain. But when you step away slightly, you will probably be able to see things on the right and the left, which might be more enticing, right? Which might be a better option. So I think that's a good way that, you have figured out is you know what the obstacle is, but always step back. That way you will get a better picture of what's around when you stepped back, you figured out that this was not your last attempt. You still have two more attempts, right? Isn't that a good way to deal with it? Yes, moving on. Do you like doing something alone or do you want someone with you?
I think for me, it just depends. Like, I'm not someone who likes to do like my homework or study with people together. I'm usually someone who likes to be in my own space and focus. But if I'm playing like soccer or I'm working out, I like to be with a friend usually.
Mhm. That's good to know. So, homeworks and anything to do with study, you prefer to do it alone so that way you have more focus time. And if it is more of a fun activity, exercise, and things like that, you enjoy it in a group setting.
For me, I like to be alone, like in my room, but be on a call or something with my friends.
So, you like to be in your room, but you like to be on a call. And how about you, Aryan?
Normally, if I'm doing, it kind of depends on the activity, but if it's something like homework,
Mhm.
if it's a big assignment, then I like to do it with my friends and ask them if we can share ideas and kind of see if mine is good. But if it's a smaller project, then I normally do it by myself.
Mhm. So you do, even if it is coursework or study, and if there are assignments, you like the collaboration approach where you would like to collaborate and see if there are ideas that all of you like and then figure out. But if it is a small homework that you can just do that yourself, but you do enjoy collaborating on projects. That is fair and great. Is there a little ritual, habit, or a routine that helps you feel okay again? I mean, this is just going back to the same question, right? But I'm just trying to elaborate a little. So, when you said that there were hard days, you did step back, but do you also do something like Aryan mentioned he plays video games and that makes him feel okay, he's having a good time, so it's not too bad. Is there something like that you do, Abigna?
Yeah, for me, I think it's just taking my like feelings and like going out and playing a game like or running or doing something like that or talking with my friends and just something that makes me feel like happy like baking or cooking.
Mhm. So you like to do something so to put that out there,
Yeah, to like forget about
yeah,
it.
and then also give your mind another focus point. Yeah,
Mhm.
which is nice. That's good that you have multiple options, and based on the situation, you can pick and choose whether
Yeah.
to talk to a friend or go out play or maybe bake something. Owen, do you have
Mhm.
something like that for yourself? Like, when you
I
have a hard
For me, it's scrolling through Pinterest and like drawing cute things or creepy things, especially,
day,
and scaring my friends with them.
you enjoy drawing, is it?
Yeah,
Okay, that's nice. So drawing helps you calm down and you look at Pinterest for inspiration. Great. Parents share that when routines get disrupted, kids notice it right away. And our experts also said that, having routines, having rituals actually takes a lot of stress from our head. When you know what to expect, there is that habit that automatically gets into it, and so you don't have to give your brain a lot of work. You wake up, you brush, you eat, you all of those are fixed, and nothing that needs to use your brain to figure out a plan, right? So that's when something becomes a habit or routine, then it becomes the stress level goes down. That's how the experts look at it. And things like exercise, meditation, on all of those, we often kind of don't find the time for it, and we always think about when and how to incorporate it. But if we make that a habit and a ritual, then it often automatically happens just like a machine. Make sense? Is there something in your day or week that always makes you feel safe or cared for?
For me, it's probably when I'm out having lunch with my friends
Hmm.
and or breakfast because wherever I sit, sometimes my friends just go where I sit.
Hmm. So you like getting together and having a meal together.
Yeah,
And why do you think that is important for you?
I think it's important for me because like people want to interact with me.
Hmm. So you enjoy the interaction and getting to know each other, the
Yeah.
personal connection.
Hmm.
And you're okay with having a meal in person. Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, something I look forward to is that like every weekend, me and my family usually do something together. Like if it's like play a game or like go grocery shopping or somewhere, I look forward to it because it's like we don't usually spend too much time together since we're all pretty busy. But usually on Saturdays or Sundays, we all have a meal together and play a game or go do something.
And this is with your family.
Yeah.
Okay. That is great. And why do you think that is important for you?
I think that's important because I don't see them too much because we're all busy, and then, just a little something to get together and, have fun is nice
Hmm.
and interact with them more.
That's good. Yes, Aryan, how about you? Is there something like that?
I look forward to weekends because normally I play with my friends or watch movies and shows with them.
That's great. So you look forward to the weekends to kind of relax, unwind, chill with your friends, watching a movie or playing a game. That is really great. And why is that important to you?
It helps me relax.
And it takes away the stress of the week.
Yeah, and also it gives me a lot of extra time to catch up on my homework.
That is great. So that's why you look forward to your weekends. And
Yeah.
parents are doing the best they can for the kids, right? And they have jobs, they have to take care of the house. There's so many things that they are juggling. And they love you to the core. You know that. However, sometimes it's very hard for them to find time, take out time on a day to day basis. But if there was one thing that you would wish your parents add to their weekly schedule, maybe day to day might not be practical. So maybe if there's one thing that parents can add to their weekly schedule to have like a family ritual, what would you want it to be?
I think that, like, usually when we're all having dinner together, my parents usually watch TV or something, but maybe one day a week they could just, talk and do something like that. Or it doesn't even have to be a dinner, it could just be like one day of the week where we just sit and talk about like what happened this week and, just things. But it usually doesn't happen for in my family because we're just all pretty busy.
Thank you for sharing so honestly.
For me, it would probably be like all getting together and play like a game or something.
Hmm. Once a week that you would want your parents to get together and play a game as a family.
Yeah.
That's fair.
For me, normally it would be playing board games.
Thank you for sharing. If there's one thing that you picked up a ritual from your parent, what is that? So answer it in two parts. If there's one thing that you see your parents do regularly that has inspired you, and second, if there is one habit that your parents are doing that has not just inspired you, but you've also picked it up.
I think for me is that my parents work out every day, like in the morning. I mean, for me, morning doesn't work, but like I usually work out once I come home from school, which like I think is very nice that I picked it up from that. And they also like have some sort of like drink in the morning that's like a protein shake or something, which I also picked up.
That's great. So you think seeing parents model is helpful for you to know the value of it? I mean, from the kids' perspective, what I am trying to
I
understand
mean,
is if we show things that are good, if we are modeling and if we are exhibiting and doing it ourselves, will that make it easier for a child to understand the benefits and mimic or adapt that?
I mean, kind of. I think that if you see your parents do it, you open to the idea. But also, I think for me, it's just like if it's only seeing my parents do it, I might be like, I don't know about that. But if I also hear about it, outside of school from my friends doing it or something, I might like try it
Mhm.
because I don't know. Sometimes my parents do things that I'm just not into. So I just need to hear more than one opinion.
Got it. That's good to know. How about the flip side? Like, there's something that we as parents know it's good, but we haven't done it ourselves. But we are expecting you to do it. Would you be open to something like that? We've never done something, but we know that is good and we want you to do it.
I mean, I would be pretty skeptical at first, unless it's I mean, I'd be pretty skeptical. Like, why should I do it if you haven't done it? But I might come and see, like, okay, might be good for me, but I'd probably be pretty skeptical.
Got it. Thank you. Yes, Owen.
I would probably also be pretty skeptical, but it would depend what the question would be.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was like figure out the cure for cancer, that would be good. Then no,
Mm-hmm.
because that's too hard and complicated. But if it was like play with your friends or something, then I would probably be open to that idea.
Got it. No, that's a good way that you kind of, broke it down. If it is something that my parents didn't do, but if I do it, if it is helping the entire community of people, like finding a cure for cancer, then yes, you would sign up for it, although it is a challenging thing. If it is a simple thing of playing with your friends, you would always be up for it. But you will be skeptical if there is something that they haven't done as an habit or a ritual that they are expecting you to build on, then you would be skeptical. That's totally fair. How about the first question, Owen?
My dad's bad handwriting.
So that inspires you?
No, I just picked it up from him.
Okay. uh, okay. So you just got the handwriting from him then.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you kind of give him the credit for it.
Yes. Completely.
That's funny. Yes, Aryan.
Something, I guess, a ritual that I got from my dad is my dad used to work on an app, building an app a lot, and then he wanted me to get involved in that too. So I tried building an app using AI tools, and I found it interesting, and I like doing it. So now uh, I'm building an app using AI.
That is great. So his work kind of inspired you to kind of get into building apps. But is there a habit that you've seen your parents, you thought this is helping them, and maybe it's good? Is there something like that?
Um, yeah, I used to see my parents like when they just woke up, they drank water in the morning, and that's why I started doing it.
Mhm. That's great. Yeah, so that's how you picked up the drinking water habit. And okay, so that comes to an end. Yes, okay, yeah. So that wraps up our conversation. And if there's one thing that you want to share or say something about your parents, here is your time that you want to share, you want to thank, you want to request them for something, anything at all.
I think I'm thankful for my parents and all they do. And I think one thing they need to, get better on is just spending more time with me and my brother.
That's totally fair. Anyone else? Do you want to add anything? No? Aryan? No? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So that means I will take that as your parents are doing everything right and you're happy. Okay, that sounds great. Thank you so much for joining. And I hope this was as fun as it was for me to learn about each other's perspective. Great. Thank you. Any final thoughts for me? How was this? Good?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it actually.
Perfect.
Good.
Great. Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Abhigna. And thank you, Aryan.
It was fun.
It's fun? Great. What really stood out to me from this conversation is how much kids thrive in low pressure environments. Spaces where they feel safe, connected, and familiar. Calm and happiness didn't come from strict rules, but from a feeling of being seen and supported. This reminded me that as parents, it's not about removing structure. It's about teaching habits and values without turning our homes into rule books. And honestly, I am still learning how to create that balance. So I'm going to put a pin on this and we will explore this together in future episodes. But one thing the kids were very clear about is when they feel safe, they are more open, they are more productive, they are more willing to share, and they are constantly watching us from close. Habits stick when we demonstrate them ourselves. At the end of the day, rhythm and rituals aren't about perfection, they are about presence. Thank you for listening. I hope you found some value in this conversation and this helps you connect with your child a little better. Until next time, one child, one breath at a time. Take care. And thanks again to our lovely sponsor, Pia. Remember, you can use the code TCCP20 at piabeauty.com to get 20% off. Thank you. Take care.